guys, my name is Games, and welcome back to Let's Play Danganronpa Trigger Happy Havoc. Where last left off, Hifumi and Taka are both dead, and we believe that Hiro is the culprit. But does it really seem like Hiro would be wanting to kill somebody? I don't think so. Anyways, we started the investigation, and this is going to probably be the longest one. To me, it feels like it's the longest one. Maybe next to chapter 2 and 6, like the trials at least. I guess 5 is pretty long too. There are hammers of all different sizes hanging on the wall, although some are more like mallets. Mallets? Could the justice hammers have been designed using these as a model? Either way, all the hammers here have obviously seen a lot of use. They're all covered in debris and chalky stone powder. Wait. For some reason, this one hammer isn't dirty at all, and it's wet. Did someone wash it recently? Okay. Taka, you'll never move again. According to the Monokuma file, Taka died from a blow to the head. We found Justice Hammer 4 near his body in the equipment room. Is that what was used to kill him? There's a tarp laid out under his body. Did the killer use this to move Taka's body? That way, there wouldn't be any blood left behind while the body was moved. Yeah, because you wouldn't see a blood trail. Hifumi's big, cold body is laying on the floor. His really big body. I mean, how on earth was the killer able to move someone so big? From the nurse's office where he was discovered to the repository. God damn it! All the way from the first floor to the third, and all without anyone noticing it. How the hell? It's no good. I just don't get it. I can think about it later. For now, I had to finish investigating Hifumi himself. If I remember correctly, Hifumi's fatal injury was also a blow to the head. Probably from Justice Hammer 3, which was laying on the floor in the nurse's office. Wait, something's off about his body. Why am I getting this feeling? Something's different. Something about Hifumi's body in the nurse's office versus his body right now. That's it, his glasses! When his body was in the nurse's office, his glasses were covered with blood. But now, they're completely clean. Does that mean someone wiped his glasses off? But who would do that? And why? It's a dolly. It doesn't have a handle. I saw this in the art room before. I guess it's used to move statues around. It's kind of awkward, but if you bend down, it's not too hard to use. But wait. Wasn't this in the equipment room when we found Taka's body? And look at the wheel. There's a blood stain on it. So there's blood on the wheel of the dolly that was moved from the equipment room to the repository. What's the explanation for that? There are many aspects to the incident this time. Too many, to be honest. Considering that, it may be good to look back on everything that's happened. Would you like my help? Sure. Well, then let's look back on things. This morning, only 4 of us have been up at the dining hall. Hina, Kyoko, you, and myself. We waited for the others, but nobody showed up, so we decided to go look for them. It was around 8 o'clock when we began our search. And soon after we split up, Kyoko disappeared. After that, Hina found Celeste in the rec room on the 3rd floor. They quickly came and got you and me. According to Celeste, she was attacked by a suspicious individual and lay unconscious for about an hour. In other words, she was attacked an hour before we found her. Meaning just after 7 o'clock. Based on this picture Celeste took, we discovered her attacker was dressed in a strange costume. It was Robo-Justice. It also became clear that this Robo-Justice had dragged Hifumi away. After meeting up with Toko and Byakuya, we began searching for the costume assailant. We found an injured Hifumi in the library on the 2nd floor. We took him down to the nurse's office on the 1st floor, then resumed our search. But not long after leaving the nurse's office... What's wrong? I saw a shadow. Something moving around at the top of the stairs. Based on Celeste's claims, we went back up to the 2nd floor, where we split up and began searching. Then right after that, Celeste screamed. This time she had apparently seen the suspect on the 3rd floor. Hearing her screams, we quickly made our way to the 3rd floor. Celeste, what's wrong? That was a rather intense scream for someone like you. I saw him! The strange costumed man! He ran off as soon as I screamed. I was blocking the stairs, so he headed further down into the hallway and disappeared. And then... Huh? What was that? That came from downstairs. It must have been... Hifumi! He's in the nurse's office! This is bad. Come on, we have to go back. At that point, we decided to split up into two groups. Celestina and I went back to the nurse's office. Meanwhile, you, Byakuya, and Toko pursued the suspect up on the 3rd floor. And when we got back to the nurse's office, we found Hifumi's corpse, which is also when we heard the body discovery announcement play. I left Celeste and Hina alone and headed back to the 3rd floor to tell the others what had happened. But at the same time, we had discovered Taka's body in the equipment room, which means Hifumi and Taka's bodies were discovered right around the same time. Because I remember hearing the body discovery announcement play right after finding Taka. And that's when I showed up and told you and Byakuya that Hifumi had been killed, right? Then you, me, and Byakuya all headed back to the nurse's office, leaving behind Toko, who had fainted. But as soon as we left the physics lab, we ran into Celeste, who had just arrived to tell us something very unusual. Hifumi's body has disappeared. We hurried back to the nurse's office to discover that his corpse was, in fact, gone. Then we remembered we had abandoned the unconscious Toko and rushed back to the equipment room. This can't be happening. Are we hallucinating all this or something? This time, Taka's body had disappeared. So from there, we began our search for both of the missing bodies. And after some time, Celeste told us she found the bodies, and we all headed back to the repository. And there we rediscovered the two bodies that had apparently vanished. And that brings us up till now. Looking back, things have certainly been very active. If you want to look back at the case again, just let me know. I'm fine anytime. Okay, so I don't even need to talk to you. Hey, Makoto, I've been thinking about something. It's about the repository. Huh? What is it? After Hifumi and Taka's body disappeared, we split up to look around, right? I was really scared, so me and Sakura stuck together. We came right to the repository to, look around. But when we got here, the repository was locked. We couldn't get inside. It was locked? And we came here as soon as the search started, so there's no way someone could have beat us here. And so if that's true, then who locked it? And why is it unlocked now? I wondered the same thing. The door was locked when the search for the bodies began, but now it's wide open. There might be some secret lurking in there, but I'll probably have to leave this area to figuring it out. Yeah. The door can only be locked from inside the repository, which makes me wonder. Hina and Sakura both confirmed that the door was locked after the search for the bodies began. The door is designed so it can only be locked from the inside the repository. In other words, when Hina checked it, someone had already gone to the repository and locked it. When they were done, they unlocked it and left, which is why it's unlocked now. So that certain someone, Hina claims that there's no way someone could have beaten them to the repository. Was it the killer who's roaming free, or was it one of the victims? I'll talk to Byakuya, I think that's it. Byakuya, do you think Hiro really did it? I don't see how anyone could think otherwise. When the attacks and murders and disappearances all happened, every one of us had an alibi. And the last thing Hifumi said when he died, yeah, he said Hiro's name. And there's no room to suspect anyone else. Okay, but if he did do it, why wouldn't he hide his identity with that weird costume? Maybe he thought that no matter what happened, he'd be safe as long as his face was covered. Because he's the fool of the century, you see. I mean, he is kind of dumb. But do you really think that's enough to explain it? I feel like there's a clue hiding in there somewhere. What? And is that it? That's all that bothers you about the case? Well, no. There are a few other things. Like, why did the killer try to hide the bodies? He probably figured that if we couldn't find the bodies, we couldn't complete our investigation. But if that's the case, we found the bodies pretty easily, didn't we? Again, it comes back to the fact that the culprit was a moron. Is that really all there is to it? The other thing that bothers me is, why they bother killing two people? What? Because all the rule says is if you can kill someone and get away with it, you graduate, right? So if you're the killer, your number one priority is not getting caught. But killing 2 people means more clues, more chances you'll get found out. Hold on. Perhaps. I see. So that's what that means. Is everything okay? Don't talk to me as if we were friends. Huh? What's with that attitude? But you have my appreciation. Thanks to you, I might have some fun with this after all. His mysterious words hung in the air as he left the repository. He talked as if he'd figured something out. But if he did, would I have killed him to tell me what it was? There's gotta be a clue around here somewhere. Maybe I should check it somewhere else. There's some places I already know about. First the nurse's office, where Hifumi was found, then the equipment room where Taka was found. Okay. And I'm sorry I'm not wearing headphones, so if you can hear the game in the background, I'm sorry. The headset pinches my head, and I need to get like a new pair or something that like has foam or something that so it doesn't pinch my head. It's a cheap pair anyway. It came with my microphone like 3 years ago. 2 maybe. I don't remember. Okay. I think the tarp, the blood, the hammer, and Toko. This tarp. I feel like I've seen it somewhere before. And just recently too. Oh, really? Really? That's all you're gonna give me? There's some kind of tire mark going through the pool of blood in the middle of the room. It reminds me about the dolly in the repository. There's blood on its tire. Could that blood have come from here? Which could mean that Taka's body was moved from the equipment room to the repository using the dolly. Both rooms were on the 3rd floor, so that should definitely have been possible. But even if the dolly was used to move Taka's body, what about Hifumi? Hifumi's body was in the nurse's office on the 1st floor. Even with a dolly, there's no way to get it up to the 3rd floor. That's still a total mystery. Justice Hammer 4, the weapon that was used to kill Taka. The body was moved, but the murder weapon was just left here. I was sleeping right here when the killer carried the body away. I'm super pissed! I missed such an ultimately rare event! Yeah, and that's it for that room. Okay, so I'm just gonna teleport to the nurse's office. And then there's one other place, I think that, right? Let me see. Nothing here. Did the physics lab. Nurse's office. Oh, that's it. Well, there is one other place that happens, but you'll see. Justice Hammer 3, the one that we used to kill Hifumi. Someone moved the body but left the weapon behind. It's just a normal trash can. Huh? Wait, there's something inside. It's too small to be a handkerchief. It's a glasses cleaning cloth. It's got some kind of cartoon character on it. But it's also covered in blood. Did you find something? Yeah, there was a cleaning cloth in the trash can. A cleaning cloth? And it's all bloody. Whoever this belonged to must have used it to wipe up some blood. But who would need to do something like that? I haven't the slightest idea. Yeah, me either, but I think it might be important. Is that it? Do I have to look in there too? A refrigerator. I wonder if there's anything to drink inside. After everything I've been through, I'm totally parched. Maybe just a quick peek. There's a bunch of blood packets in here. For blood transfusions, I guess. Doesn't help me though. I'm not a vampire. Oh, but we got a coin. Yay. What are you investigating, Celeste? I'm not investigating anything, precisely speaking. I'm simply going around seeing if Hiro might be hiding somewhere. What about you? Oh, you know, I'm just checking this and that. The main thing on my mind is how someone could have moved Hifumi's body. How Hifumi was moved, eh? When it disappeared, you were supposed to be in the nurse's office, right? Correct. Hina was not feeling well, so I stayed behind to look after her. But she seemed to be getting worse, so I took her to the bathroom. And when you got back, the body was gone. We could not have been gone for more than a minute or two, though. Yeah, Hina said the same thing. So then, the killer was able to get in and move Hifumi's body in that short amount of time.
Indeed.
It would seem so. To carry off something as big as Hifumi in only a couple minutes is... I can't think of anything less than impossible. Okay. So this is where you were. I've been looking for you. You have? I wanted to thank you for what you did. Not that you meant to, but you ended up making this little game of ours very interesting indeed. You should go to Hiro's room. Oh, and let me give you this. Meet in the dining hall. This is the note Hiro wrote to get us all to meet up, right? You remember well. Well, the penmanship was pretty remarkable, so it left an impression. Anyways, this makes it clear, right? This is a trap. What is? Things grow ever more exciting. What are you talking about? I've already repaid my debt. I don't owe you any more I can't talk today. Goodbye. Okay. So he said to go to Hiro's room, but what's waiting for me there? I can't talk today. Oh, that's not the right place. Damn it. Teleport. It's all the way at the end. The door is unlocked? I guess I can go inside. Byakuya did say to go look. It might not be a great idea, but I'm gonna take the plunge. This is Hiro's room. There's all kinds of weird stuff in here. Where'd he even get it all from? More importantly, he still hasn't turned up. Which means he can't really complain if I don't get his permission to search his room, right? I think there's something in the cardboard box. It's blueprints for something, and something's made of... It looks like cardboard, plastic, and plaster? Is this Robo Justice? It's in Hiro's room. But wait, these blueprints. Something about them bothers me. Okay. Makoto, big news! Big news! What's wrong? We found Kyoko! What? Is she okay? Where is she? Wait, I wasn't done. There's more big news. Robo Justice showed up too. Robo Justice? It's Hiro wearing the costume. Anyway, as soon as you can, head to the pool on the second floor. You think Hiro and Kyoko would turn up at the same time? Anyway, I have to head to the pool. I ran off to the second floor as fast as I could. Kyoko and... Phew, man, I've had the worst day. Hiro? Hiro? Yeah, duh. Who else would I be? That's a good question. Huh? What? Why do I look like this? Did someone come along and remodel me while I was sleeping? Was it the Illuminati? Poor Hiro.
Right.
I found Hiro. He was jammed into the pool room locker. It looked like he was fast asleep, so I kicked him and woke him up. I still can't believe you kicked me. You could have been a little more gentle about it. Like, I don't know, caress my face or something.
What?
That's creepy. Anyway, Kyoko, where have you been all this time? You just disappeared all of a sudden, without a trace.
Wow.
There was something I had to check up on. What do you mean? Never mind. I can't never mind. Never mind.
Hey.
More importantly, she says that, but does she have any idea? Does she know how people think she might be spying for the mastermind?
And?
First of all, Hiro, you need to explain to us why you're dressed like that. Well, I have no idea. One second I was asleep, don't even know how that happened. Then I woke up and then I was here. I don't care. Do something about that costume. It pains me to just look at you. Well, I don't know what's up with this thing, but I can't get it off. A little help. Why would you make something that you can't take off by yourself? I didn't make the stupid freaking thing. There's a clasp on the back that's keeping you from getting it off. Looks pretty sturdy. I don't think you can get it off on your own. We don't really have a choice. Let's help him. It took everyone's help, but slowly we were able to get Hiro out of the suit. It took a few minutes, but eventually we got all the pieces off. Phew! Free at last. Isn't it kind of weird how perfectly the suit fits Hiro? More to the point, nobody but Hiro would be able to wear that costume. Wait, what? Oh, hold on a second. Don't bother trying to act innocent. The blueprints were in your room as well. In other words, it is obvious to everyone that you made this costume. That's true. I saw the blueprints myself. Yeah, me too. Then it's obvious. The one who put this costume on and went around attacking everyone was Hiro. Shall we tie him up and gag him? Good idea. We wouldn't want him killing anyone else. Tie me up? Hold on, guys. I think that's going a bit far. He may be a suspect, but he deserves fair treatment. Yeah, I mean, attacking? Blueprints? I have no idea what you guys are talking about. You can't talk your way out of this. It's been decided. You killed them. What? Killed who? I have no idea what you're talking about. There must be a fake Hiro running around. You're the only one who can wear this costume. So who else could possibly be the costume attacker? How do you know I'm the only one? Maybe you should try it on for yourself before you convict me. Fine. If you're going to be a jerk about it, I will. Without missing a beat, Hina started putting on the Robo Justice costume.
Huh. See? Look. See how loose it is? I mean, come on. I'm blind as a bat in here. Can't see my feet at all. I'm surprised you got anywhere in this thing.
I'm telling you, it wasn't me!
And not to mention, you totally can't bend at the waist. Seems like a pretty obvious oversight.
That's not a very nice thing to say. I mean, it's not like I made it. I just got caught up in the moment.
Well, either way, now we know for sure, right? I mean,
Poor Hiro.
it seems pretty clear that nobody but Hiro could have fit into this dumb costume.
In a huff, Hina took the suit back off again. Well, now you're all out of excuses. No, see, it's 'cause you're a girl. If it was another guy, then... Makoto, go ahead. Okay. Against my will, I picked up the pieces off the floor and tried putting them on. It's no good. The arms are too long. There's no way I can wear this. See? I told you it was impossible. You are absolutely right. It seems this costume was made to fit Hiro's exact body exactly. Then there's another costume. They must have one that looks the same but fits them. If you insist on this line of defense, then show us some evidence. Evidence? You claim there's another suit, yes? Then you must find it and show it to us. What the heck? Who cares? Here's the only one without an alibi during this whole thing anyway. Which is how we know it was him. I mean, is that really true? I have no idea what's been happening. Can someone, tell me? Poor Hiro. If you don't tell me what's going on, how am I supposed to understand? I think I figured out that someone's been killed, right? Hey, Makoto, who was it? Well, 2 people were killed. Taka and Hifumi. What? 2 people? Why are you freaking out? You did it! I did not! Wait, hold on. Those 2 are the ones that were killed. That's it! I know who did it! You may as well tell us then. Taka and Hifumi were fighting over Alter Ego, right? Which means Alter Ego and Alter Hero must have done it! I see. That's unfortunate. Huh? Unfortunate? Stop trying to trick us. Just admit that you did it, okay? I'm telling you, you got it all wrong. I know that note. Note? Last night, someone slipped a weird note under my door. And here's what it said. I found a hole maybe we can use to escape. Monokuma can't find out, so don't tell anyone else for now. Let's meet in the rec room at 1 a.m. But the last thing I remember was going to the rec room, then for some reason I fell asleep. The real killer probably drugged me or something.
Just the
Not a chance.
so...
No. Hold on. He could be onto something. The nurse's office did have chemicals that could do that. What? Really? I told you. Someone's trying to set me up. Secret passage, a chance to escape. Someone wrote all that to trick me. Even if that's true, you must be one dumb fish to bite every piece of bait that floats in front of you. Well, after being trapped here so long, even if you know it's a lie, you still gotta check, right? They preyed on my desire to get out of here. They deceived me. I still don't buy it.
Don't be mean.
Well, you should buy it. Okay, then show us that note. With pleasure. I have it right here in my, pocket. Looks like I lost it. Yeah, sure. Please, you gotta believe me. I wouldn't hurt a fly. As I said before, if you want us to believe you, you must produce evidence. Can you show us the note? I have no particular issue with what you claim, but if you want us to believe you, give us a reason. What the heck? For serious? Now then, shall we resume our investigation? There's no time to waste before the class trial begins. Why do we need to keep investigating? We already know who did it. Why? Why did you kill them? Tell us, hero. No, it's like I said. Was it really to get the money Monokuma offered us? Yeah, that must be it. You must be totally broke, and that's why. Wait, it's a false accusation. Someone help me. Just be thankful we haven't bound and gagged you. If you have time to yell, carry on. You have time to search for your evidence, right? You're right. I need to look for the second suit in that note. Feet don't fail me now. I guess I better get back to guard duty. I was gonna ask Toko, Genocide Jack to switch with me. But if she and Sakura got into a fight, we'd have a catastrophe on our hands. Well, bye. One by one, everyone peeled away. Makoto. Why do you do that, game? Stop it. Do you have a second? Huh? I want you to come help me with this investigation. It looks like I got a late start on this one, so I need to make up some ground. Sure, I don't mind helping, but can you promise me something? Later, when we have time, will you tell me why you disappeared? No. To reject me so simply. Anyway, I need your help. You don't mind, do you? Okay.
Shall we go?
Thanks. Now then, shall we?
Hey.
So, Makoto, first I'd like to examine the corpses. Examine the corpses? I can't believe I'm hearing that from a girl the same age as me.
Correct.
Dead bodies don't lie, you know. They tell the truth far more easily than the living.
Hey.
Wouldn't you agree? How am I supposed to answer? Anyway, we have to hurry, before the class trial begins again. Yeah, you're right. Okay then, show me where the bodies are. They're in the repository. And I guess we should head that way for now. Alright. Yeah, I think after she investigates the bodies, I think the trial starts? I think. I can't remember. I need new glasses. Oh my god, I thought that said 38. It says 28. Hifumi and Taka. For a moment, Kyoko seemed to go rigid. But only for a moment. Well then, let's get started. She crouched down next to Taka and without hesitation began poking and prodding the bodies. The Monokuma file was right. They were killed using similar weapons. Fumima's were so smooth. She was so calm. Seeing how comfortable she was actually made me feel a little more comfortable. Makoto, I found something. You did?
Hey.
You remember the wristwatch Taka always wore on his left hand? He did? Are you so oblivious to the people around you? Do you dislike other people that much? No, that's not it. Anyway, so you said he had a watch? Take a look. It's broken. You can see the hands aren't moving, right? It most likely broke when he had his encounter with his assailant. And if you notice, the hands are frozen at just past 6 o'clock. So that would mean the watch was broken sometime just after 6? But last night, Taka's watch definitely wasn't broken. Hey, you! How long were you gonna keep us waiting? Taka's irritated voice pierced the air as he stared pointedly at his wristwatch. It's almost 10 o'clock, you know that? Bedtime for all the little boys and girls. So if it worked at 10 last night, it couldn't have been broken at 6 p.m. Meaning it must have happened at 6 this morning. And that's not all. Look at Taka's left hand. He appears to be gripping something. You're right. There's something white in there. Can you try and pry it out? Me? Rigor mortis has already set in. Boys are better suited to this kind of manual labor, right? Okay. As much as I didn't want to, I grasped Taka's cold hand. The ice cold hand was nearly enough to cause my heart to stop breathing. After some effort, I was finally able to free the object from his tightly clenched fist. A piece of paper?
Hey.
Was that all he had in his hand? Yeah, that's it. Just a little scrap of paper. Doesn't seem like much of a clue, does it? I wonder about that. Kyoko then turned to Hifumi's body. Let's check Hifumi's body now. Perhaps he's left us a few clues of his own. The biggest problem I have right now... Okay. Okay, yeah, it's about the glasses. So, did you find anything?
Indeed.
I did. More than I expected, to be honest. Look at this. A wad of paper? Hifumi had it hidden on him. Hidden? He stuffed it in his pants. So I guess I only assumed he'd hidden it there on purpose, you see? In his pants? Wait, so you... It was just his pants, not like his socks or something. I don't know what that means.
Hey.
Anyway, let's take a look at the paper. Go ahead, Makoto. Open it up. When I think of how it was stuffed on his pants, it's like... It better be important, Hifumi, or I'll never forgive you for this. A note? I found a hole maybe we can use to escape. Monokuma can't find out, so don't tell anyone else for now. Let's meet in the equipment room at 6 a.m. That sounds very familiar. That's it! It's the same thing Hiro said! And he was telling us the truth!
However,
Although, it's not exactly the same, is it? Last night someone slipped a weird note under my door, and here's what it said. Found a hole we can use to escape, can't find out, at 1 a.m. In 1 a.m. The time is different. Hiro told us that his note said to meet at 1 a.m., but the note they wrote to Hifumi asked him to meet at 6 a.m. Hold on, just because Hifumi had the note doesn't mean it was meant for him. Huh? Part of it has been torn off, right? I think there's likely some meaning there. There's some meaning to part of it being ripped? Could you maybe explain it a little more? Think carefully. Why would he have been clutching that scrap of paper so tightly? I have no idea. What if it wasn't just a scrap of paper when he was holding it? What if it was something more important? And how would something important like that become a mere scrap of paper? That's what you need to answer. And while we're at it, I should tell you one other thing. The two victims this time definitely had their ebooks on them. So the handbooks had nothing to do with how the murders were carried out. Not that there was any reason to think they were connected to the killings in the first place. So you're saying I don't have to think about the handbooks this time, right? If you don't have time to... If you didn't have to think about them at all, I wouldn't have gone out of my way to mention it. All I said was that they weren't used to help carry out the murders. There may become a point, however, where a handbook may play a role. A handbook may play a role? I don't think I understand. But if Kyoko thinks it's important, I better keep it in mind. Okay. I don't remember about the handbook.
Are you excited? Are you pumped? It's time for the class trial to begin!
I'm totes excited.
It's a bright burst of fireworks, like the flash of a soul clashing with life and death. And so, with no further ado, everyone please meet at the usual spot.
Excuse me.
Make your way to the red door on the first floor of the school. See you soon.
it would seem...
It's unfortunate, but I suppose this is where our investigation comes to an end. You'll have to figure out the rest for yourself, and come to the proper conclusion. Yeah, you're right.
Shall
Well,
we
we better get going. Okay. Everyone had heard Monokuma's proclamation, and they were gathered by the red door. As soon as we were all there... Oh god, there's two! He's multiplied? Nope, not multiplication. It just looks that way because it's an illusion. I'm moving so fast it only looks like I multiplied. Oh god, it's like freaking Koro Sensei! He has multiples! Can you guys tell which is the real Monokuma? Can we just get on the elevator already? You're not playing along! We're not here to play with you. Okay, fine. Then if everyone's here and ready to go, please board the plane train. Elevator. I'll see you guys down there. Okay then, shall we? Hold on, I'm not mentally prepared yet. You'll never be mentally prepared. You can't run away anymore, Hero. You're gonna pay for your sins. I told you already, I didn't do it! For serious! That reminds me, did you ever find the other costume or the note? Well no, but how unfortunate. Then it would seem we have our culprit. Ugh. This isn't the place to talk about it. Save your accusations for when we get to the courtroom. She's right. Let's get down there first. Then the story can really begin. Yeah, good idea. That's right. I have to do it. Can't let whoever killed Hifumi and Taka get away with it. For everyone who's still alive. Or for the two that lost their lives. The one who killed Hifumi and Taka. The one who killed two of our friends. The killer is someone right here. I took one last deep breath and exhaled slowly. I began to walk toward the elevator. Once everyone was aboard, all aboard the pain elevator. The doors closed on their own, and the steel box began to move. The clunking of the elevator kept us company as we fell further and further down. There was no going back. Until we settled all this, we couldn't go anywhere. I'm not sure how long it was before the elevator finally came to a stop. The elevator doors slid open, opening up onto a cruel fate. When I see all of you gathered together like this, I realize just how few of you there are left. Your school life is slowly reaching its climax. Only because of you. Boy, why are you making us do such cruel things to each other? What? Do you really hate me so much? But I'm so cute! Stop goofing around and begin the trial. Don't rush me. Of course I'm gonna start it. I would never be like, stay tuned for the action-packed class trial after this commercial break. I'd never hold out on you like that. Okay, let's begin. Get to your assigned seats. And so, it's like he says the same thing every time, so. I don't think I got any new ones. Nope.
Let's begin with if you can, I'll punish. Now then, to begin with...
We already know who did it.
Was that?
Say what?
He does not have an alibi for when the murders took place, and we found him in that suit. Don't try and deny it. You killed them.
I didn't. Someone knocked me out. I was asleep the whole time. I don't know anything about it.
Shut your murdering mouth, murderer!
Who are you calling a murderer?
Yeah, really, Jack. Who are you calling a murderer?
Evidence. Blueprint for the suit. Parts we assume were used to build it. And all of it was found in your room. You have to admit, the evidence is quite compelling. It points to you as having created the suit and wearing it while committing crime after crime.
How many times do I have to tell you? I don't know. I don't know.
Is Hiro really the killer, or... Before anything else, we had to make that clear. Yeah, because you can't just go and say he is. It's like...
Everything we found in your room. The blueprints, the suit parts, they are all proof enough that you are the culprit.
I don't know anything about that stuff. It's not true. It's a conspiracy.
Hiro, why? Why did you kill them?
No, just hold on a second.
Compelling evidence that Hiro's the killer. Is that really true?
Everything we found in your room.
Blueprints.
The blueprints, the suit parts that you are the culprit.
Okay.
It's not true.
So it'd be the blue. I think the blueprints and the Robo Justice blueprints.
Everything we found in your room, the blueprints, the suit parts. they are
No,
all
I
proof
missed.
that you
Fuck.
are the culprit.
It's not true. It's
You're a wild.
no. Just hold on a second.
Everything we found in your room, the blueprints, the suit parts, they are all proof
No?
enough.
Okay.
Shoot. Everything we found in your room, the blueprints, the suit parts, they are all proof enough that you are the culprit.
It's not true. It's
You're a wild.
no.
Okay, what'd it say?
Hold on a second.
Compelling evidence that Hero is the killer. Is that really true?
Everything we found in your room,
No? What the hell? Okay, I don't remember this. Like, I know.
everything we found in your room, the blueprints, the suit parts, they are all that you are the
Damn it.
culprit.
It's not true. It's
You're a wild.
no. Just hold on a second.
I don't have to use the flashback thing, do I?
Everything we found in your room, the blueprints, the
Ugh.
suit part that you are.
It's not true. It's
You're a wild.
no. Just hold on a second.
I'm like really tired. I'm sorry. I was up till like 3 in the morning. No? Okay, that guy used flashback.
Everything we found in your room, the blueprints, the suit parts, they are all proof enough that you are the culprit.
It's not true. It's
You're a wild.
no. Just hold on a second.
Everything we found in your room, the blueprints, the suit parts, they are all
No.
proof enough.
Yeah, I'm gonna lose because I don't remember. I don't remember.
Everything we found in your room, the blueprints, the suit parts, they are all proof enough that you are the
It's not true. It's
You're a wild.
no. Just hold on a second.
Everything we found in your room,
Yep, okay. That's alright. I'll look up the answer. I don't remember, and I'm like really tired. But anyways, failed the trial. That's okay. I like how it's automatically Makoto. What if I say no? Game over. Oh, I never hit the no option. Okay, well, I'm gonna leave this off here. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'm probably gonna take a quick break of this game. I'm probably going to start Outlast 2. I'm excited to see what's gonna happen in that game. So, thank you guys so much for watching. Leave a like if you liked it, leave a comment if you liked it, and I'll see you guys in the next episode. Bye! There in a pool of his own blood was Taka, dead.